while back, I did a video about immigrant children going through public schools in the state of Tennessee. Now, this stems from a bill that was going through, and depending on what kind of publication you're reading, what the headline was, it basically boils down to this: Tennessee bill denying immigrant children an education. Okay, so if you're not a citizen, it was up for debate. Number one, who, if you could even go to school. Number two, who would pay for it? Okay. So I was reading this. Republican lawmakers in Tennessee opposed the bill. They were trying to challenge the constitutional right for children to attend public schools, regardless of their immigration status. And then with time waning, legislative session, they are asking U.S. officials for guidance on whether the bill would jeopardize federal education funding. Okay, so federal money. And long story short, it didn't pass through the legislature. It got voted down. Two of the senators from Knox County voted no on it. And I called out on my video, Dr. Richard Briggs, Senator Dr. Richard Briggs, about saying, hey, why did you vote against this? Okay, so I had a time to sit down with him yesterday at a meeting, and there's a bunch of people around and the kind of thing, but after the meeting was over, we had a chance to talk privately, and I said, all right, listen, I want to know the answer to this, because I was really on the fence, but I want to know why you would come out in public to go against every other Republican, or the majority of Republicans, against this one bill. And he says simply, it's because it's in the Constitution. I mean, it would have been challenged legally anyway, and no matter what happens, it would have been challenged and overturned. So to my opinion, I'm like, all right, well, geez, I mean, that makes sense, I guess. If it's a moot point anyway, why bother? But you can do all the saber rattling and turn your hair on fire, but at the end of the day, if it's illegal to do that, because our Constitution says specifically that any child in the state of Tennessee can get a public education, and this goes back to the 1880s after the Civil War too. So think about the longevity of what's happening and what that was meant for. So it comes down to, all right, do we want to change our Constitution and then have a new vote? I mean, that would ultimately be the only option we really could, because why do something, again, if it's just going to get shot down later on? So there are a lot of things to it. But I was glad. I want to say thanks to Richard Briggs, number one, for attending the meeting, but number two, for having a time to talk to me. I mean, he's a very smart man. He knows his stuff. He knew exactly what I was talking about, all the articles. Basically, you can almost read them verbatim. And so that helped me understand the respect for a lot of things. And being in government is a very hard job, because you can never know what you're going to be up against, or who's going to say what, and who's going to misinterpret things. And I guess this guy that's trying to run a stupid little podcast, YouTube channel, Rumble and channel, and all the other things. So I'm very thankful for him. And that is the truth between lines.